Hey there, everyone. So, welcome back to a brand new thing that I'm doing. Actually, it's not really a brand new thing. It is a thing that we have done since the inception of this channel, but I just haven't done it for a long time just because the tools that I had was not good enough, in my opinion. And so, one of my good friend Apples has been developing a website that is going to help me kind of do more commentary work. So I'm super excited for this. And so we're going to try it out. Again, I'm not going to be able to release the website's name just yet, but I'm hoping that our test run today will be good. So, but I'm super excited about this because I have none other than Cho Chi-kun playing as the Whitestones versus Cho Yu playing as the Blackstones. Now, do note that this website is still in beta production. There's still a little bit of errors here and there, but it is okay. I'm absolutely in love with this site. I can't wait until it's fully released out for everybody to see. The ranking here is somewhat off, so disregard the ranking because it is not correct. I mean, to be able to compile 10,000s and thousands and thousands of games from many players, it is a lot of work, and it's really hard to kind of organize everything. And so Apples did such an amazing job on this, and I can't wait for this to be released for everyone to take a look at. So anyways, let's get started. And we're gonna just do straight out commentary as we've done in the past. And I'm very excited to see this because we have none other than the Black Stone taking the 4-4-3-4 position, and then we do have the White taking the 3-3-4-3 position. And now the question is, what is Black going to do? Black is going to try to disrupt White in White's Moils somehow. We do see that White's Moil is right here. But we do want to kind of be able to eliminate that and, really try to, at least as a Black player, try to build a wall. And so we do see the 3-4 approach right here coming onto the 5-3 approach coming onto the 3-4 approach for the Whitestones, and then we're going to lean against him. So Black is right now saying that Black is going to build a wall, trying to develop a Moil in this general direction. And now we do have an approach on the White side. They are going to be taking quite a few stones over here on the right side. You do have the approach. We do see Black trying to encapsulate White right here in this bottom area, and with that, at least White's going to try to disrupt Black's wall originally over here. And so we do see these amazing players. I mean, these are professional players, and this is an SDK commentary, so you guys know I am a 5Q, approximately a 5Q, so I'm not going to be able to get everything that they are doing, but none other than that, we do see Black is putting a lot of pressure on the Whitestones right here. And so what we have currently right now is we got a cluster of Blackstones right here. We do have the cutting stone in this region going to be able to escape out. We do see that the ladder works for White. There's a Whitestone right here, so if a ladder runs out for the Blackstone, White will capture this Blackstone. But we are trying to see Black separating the White groups. All in all, at least with a little slice and dice right here, we do see White's group. We have one White group over here versus Black's group on this side. And so now Black is going to try to encapsulate these two stones. And White doesn't want to get all of his groups surrounded. So White is going to be coming in to Black's corner up here and trying to kind of do something, at least in a sense, trying to kind of open the wings up a little bit. And so we do see now White coming in onto the top left side right here, trying to block Black from entering. But Black is like, you know what, I'm gonna honey on this side. You do have some sort of weaknesses here, and the Black most likely will do a clamp position right here. This Blackstone isn't really super important, because even if White honeys, Black is just going to take on the outside influence and then start building downwards. We do see black now approaching the bottom left-hand corner. It's going to jump up and potentially build a nice rectangular moyo in this side. That would be really nice to see. We do have black's corner really strong in the bottom right-hand corner. And so white doesn't want to give black this nice big wall moyo. So white is going to kind of try to push through, disrupt that shape slightly, try to cut off this black stone. And black does see that. So black is going to make an extension here, make a base. White is also going to try to make the top or the bottom right hand corner, excuse me, a little bit harder for black to take in full control. The wedge right here seems really nice for white, just kind of pushing through later on, creating cutting points, and then potentially going in for a ko. This is just a way to kind of be like a thorn on black's side. And you know, Cho-Chi-Kun is notorious for doing random, not really random moves, but just unorthodox moves. And so we're just gonna have to wait and see how Cho-Chi-Kun is going to take these two stones further. But what we do have right here is the approach, extension out, building the left hand side. We do have the black stones right here coming in, going up north. We do see a reduction right here, a shoulder hit on the J3 stone for black. And black is going to extend. White doesn't need to commit to this one stone. This one stone is actually really light. White can just extend out or jump away. But it looks like Cho-Chi-Kun has different plan in mind. I mean, this is a really deep in the territory of black. We do see black's border right here, his magic rectangular box, but we do see that this middle section is slightly open. So Cho-Chi-Kun is gonna build somewhat of a white wall right here, and if black extends up, Cho-Chi-Kun is just going to jump on out and escape out into the center of the board. We do see the attachment right here. We do see this nice equilateral triangle shape. Cho-Chi-Kun's gonna break through, allowing black to kind of solidify his wall on the right hand side. But no, black is actually not going to do that. Black is saying that this one stone is not important. What is important is capturing these two stones now. The big change in direction of play. I was for sure gonna be like, oh, there's gonna be a black wall here and a black wall here, putting pressure on these stones. But nope, black is like, nope, we're going to try to capture these two stones over here. And we, you know, this is something that you can see a lot of in professional games. It's like the way that they play is just so comfortable. They're so comfortable leaving stones hanging. Like for us SDKs and DDK players, we want to finish and settle our groups really as fast as we can. We don't like leaving stones unattended because we at least for my case, I'm afraid to have my stones get gobbled up. But you know, these pro players, they know that one stone is one stone. Who cares about one stone? That's 2 points. If I can build outside influence and start pressuring one of these big groups, I can capture more than 2 points worth of material. And that's what Cho-Chi-Kun and Cho-Yu is pretty much saying in this game. And we can see it now. Cho-Chi-Kun's trying to jump out into the center board, probably disrupting black's moyo, because we do see black trying to build this nice square right here. And Cho-Chi-Kun is like, nope, I'm gonna start Ataring, start cross-cutting Hane and Atari. But there is a lot of Atari points right here. We do have quite a bit. So it would be very interesting to see how Cho-Chi-Kun is going to survive in this little area right here. Again, he can just kind of escape out right here doing the Atari, but he's not going to do that actually. He's going to actually ladder it down. That is interesting. So if we do a ladder, you guys can see it goes down 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, it goes straight to the wall. So this ladder is beneficial for white. White is like, nope, I'm gonna take the Aji right now. I'm kind of very interested in why that is. Maybe the attachment right here for black, falsifying the eye was just something that white didn't want to deal with. So just capture the stone right now. Now we have a double tiger's mouth right here, or a Panuki with the tiger's mouth escaping out into the center, putting a lot of pressure on the black stones. But right here, if we take a look at the black stone, black is again trying to build strength, build this wall right here to kind of push these two stones into the wall and pretty much box in the two stones and taking this top right hand mid for its territory. And so as we are continuing the game right here, let's just take a look at the point situation, because this is something that is going to be somewhat going to be playing a role. What is the win condition for each player? So if we're going to look at white, we have Chochi-kun having the top left-hand corner. We do have the bottom left-hand corner and maybe a little bit of the mid right here. We do have a slight territory advantage right here on the right side. So in red, what we see at least is this area. Now, for Black's territory, we do see that Black's territory right here is the top right, potentially the bottom right, maybe, and we have a little bit of the bottom right here. Now, we do have some territory in the center, but it is still in question because there's a lot of white stones around the center. We do see Black trying to build the mid group right here. But in terms of solid territory, it looks like White has a much better position. It just based on eyeballing, for now at least, just eyeballing it, it looks like White does have somewhat of a better lead. Again, for White, this center group right here is playing a huge role in the reduction of Black's big center moyo. And so in terms of points, I actually have no idea who's ahead right now, but you guys can see that, you know, a lot of the moves that Black and White are playing right now is to kind of build that border, solidify that area, reduce maybe. But we see all of these moves right here. Black playing here is just to solidify his border, not allowing White to come in to this little region right here. And if we were to count just really quickly, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, this is roughly around 15 to 20 points. Just that center group right there. If Black is able to solidify that border. We do have White coming in for a peep right here to cut off this Black group. And White's like, you know what? You can spend a couple more moves trying to save this center group right here. I'm going to start taking your corner any way I can. And we could create another tiger's mouth right here. But what's happening is White is planning to go in for the cut very soon. We can see White can push through right here. There's an Atari, a couple Ataris right here. So White does have some forcing moves. White's going to try to escape if Black covers. Again, this is very inefficient for Black. You can see that Black is going to try to box in White into this tiny little region right here. Not a good sign, just because it's very inefficient. You're playing like 3 or 4 more stones to cover territory that was already yours. So, you know, that's really not that efficient if we're really looking in the grand scheme of things. And so Chochi-kun, being Chochi-kun, is forcing Black, you better take my stones, otherwise I'm going to get out. And Black is like, you know what, I'm going to build my wall. I'm going to allow you to take outside influence. Chochi-kun might just step back away. Build his border. Exactly, he does that. He separates the 2 Black groups right here because, again, this Black group is not yet alive. We can still have a couple of reduction moves here. It is a fairly stable group, but in terms of solid eye counts, you know, you never know what Chochi-kun's going to do. So, but now Chochi-kun's going to come in and try to split these 4 stones away from everybody. We do have the clamp right here and the Atari on the C16 stone. Chochi-kun is going to fix, solidifying his top left-hand corner. We do have the attachment underneath right here, or the disconnect from the top. And so Chochi-kun is most likely going to take the B16 stone later on, but again, it's only 2 points, 4 points if you include the territory for the time being, and we are not yet in endgame. There's still plenty of territory around, especially in the center of the board right here, trying to get the cover in. And so we do see White now extending out, cross-cutting, creating some sort of complicated fight. And yes, we could have Atari'd and then block right here. and then capture these stones. But of course, Choyu, being a professional Dawn player, again sees that, and so now Choji-kun is after these 4 stones right here. How is Choji-kun going to do it? I have no idea at this time. We do have a nice peep coming here. Choji-kun's going to straight out attach. We might see the side bit right here. Push and cut. Note we have the direct attach, trying to make the Atari coming up very, very powerful. If black Atari is right here, white's going to extend, black is going to cap, and then capture in essence. And so we do see all of this occurring right now. White's trying to get out. I love Choji-kun. He's so mean. Look at this. He's just cutting through. He's like, nope, I'm gonna reduce your terror. I'm gonna just crawl on out of here, and then make this my territory. This is White's territory. That is Choji-kun's big plan. I feel that this is his plan. He's just gonna come on out, and then maybe a net stone right here very soon for white, and he's just gonna force black to capture that is an amazing tactic. He's like, you know what, if these stones are dead, I'm gonna make sure that you are capturing everything here, because if you don't, I'm coming out. So Choji-kun's like, you know what, I want you to capture my stones. Go ahead, capture them. I need you to capture them right now. And black is like, you know what, you can capture those 2 stones. I'm going to box you in so that you have nowhere to escape. And Choji-kun's like, you know what, that's fine, but I'm going to come out and I'm going to capture something. All these stones were originally dead. Remember, this was all originally black's territory. So Choji-kun playing in black's territory isn't really doing much. If anything, it's over concentrating black for the time being. And he's using that Aji right here in the center to kind of build his strength on the outside. Now things are getting a little bit hairy, but we do see the capture right here. If black captures, white can Atari and capture and then come on out, which is not ideal. Black has to really push through, and white is like, you know what, you can do whatever it is that you want to do, but I'm going to capture your 3 stones somehow. Man, that snapback would have been very powerful if black misplayed there, but it doesn't look like black is going to misplay, and that's it. Both players have stopped playing, and I believe black won through resignation. Let's take a look right here, and yes, black wins by resignation. White wasn't able to escape out of this area, and yeah, it was an amazing game. If I click the estimated score right here, we can see that at least based on this, we have no idea. The AI is still fairly new. This is still in beta, so I'm not too sure what's gonna happen just yet. But this was an amazing match from Choji-kun and Choyu. I hope that is Choyu's full name. But this was the 74th Oza preliminary series that was played all the way back on October 30th. And so I'm hoping that you guys enjoyed this SDK commentary. If this is something that you guys would like to see more of, please let me know. We are in talks about developing more commentary for everybody here in the community. And so the more feedback that we can get from our community members, the more that we can start getting commentators to come in and commentate along. And so I absolutely love commentary work, and so I'm hoping that you guys did enjoy this as well as. And so with that being said, I hope to see you guys in the next video. Stay tuned and take care, everybody. See you guys.